Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video we are going to be playing in Grand Theft Auto Online as usual, talking about the Cayo Perico Heist, which is also fairly usual on the channel. The Cayo Perico Heist, whether you admit it or not, is the best way of making money in the game. Yes, it has been nerfed. Does that make it bad? No. You are still easily able to earn over $1 million with around 40 to 35 minutes of work, which is incredibly good, and there's no other way apart from doing glitches that will earn you this amount of money. Even doing the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid replay glitch still earned about the same as doing the Cayo Perico Heist. This is an incredibly efficient way of making money. So, in today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the tricks that I've used while speedrunning the heist and things that you should know which will help you complete it faster. So, let's register as a boss so we can start it up. As you're going to notice, I have not actually started up the heist yet. It's $100,000 to start it. And the first thing that you should always do is obviously gather intel, because you have to do this. Now, the first trick is a very simple one. We can see the game wants me to go to Grapeseed, which is literally across the entire side of the map. And normally, what a lot of people will do is they'll get out their Oppressor Mark II, they will get out some sort of fast vehicle, plane, whatever they have, to go travel all the way over to Grapeseed to start up the mission. However, if you just fast travel in the Kosatka itself, it is way faster. You can see we are going over to the San Chiansky mountain range, and it's going to cost me $2,000. I think it's $10,000 the first time you do it, and then once you complete the Cayo Perico Heist once, the price goes down to $2,000, which is basically dirt cheap. I mean, you get $2,000 just for being a good sport, and like that's every 48 minutes. So it's not expensive, the fast travel, which is really nice, because owning like the Galaxy Super Yacht, I think it's $20,000 to fast travel. But as we can see, it took me about 20 seconds, and we've made it from one side of the map all the way over to the other. There is no mode of transportation that is faster than this, apart from fast traveling, but obviously that is using glitches. This is the fastest way to travel without doing any glitches or any extra effort. Then all I do is I get out my Sea Sparrow, fly over to the location, and clear the targets. After making your way over to Cayo Perico, you're going to want to steal this motorcycle, which is right in front of you. This is by far the easiest mode of transportation. Then, instead of following the road, you're literally just going to drive right off the road. This is by far the easiest way to traverse through the area. As you can see, I mean, I go past all the security cameras, all the guards, really no issue whatsoever. And we're going to go up to this little gated door over here, but there's no problem whatsoever again here either. You're just going to jump down with your motorcycle, straight down through here, and there you go, just like that. I don't even know why the gates are unlocked. It'd be really funny if Rockstar just randomly patched it and made it so they were locked. But this is where the actual important stuff breaks into. You're going to see we got this whole outpost here, where normally it would be a little bit of a pain to make your way through this unspotted. However, if you are using a motorcycle, you can just get right to the little edge of the cliff over here, and if you do it just right, you can ramp right over it. None of the guards will see you. That tower cannot see you because you're right below it, and you're clear. So, just like that, we have skipped the entire checkpoint, and it's very, very easy. This is something that's quite well known for the community, but if you didn't know that little trick there, it will obviously save you a lot of time. Always check the office for paintings. This is a very important thing to do, because if there are paintings in the office, it will save you time. Unfortunately for me, as we could see, there were no paintings. So now we are going to make our way over to the basement, and this is where we're going to be able to see what we're stealing, which is the ruby necklace. Once you have seen the target that you're going to steal, all you need to do is go over to your interaction menu, go to online, find a new session, and invite only lobby. Doing this is going to simply teleport you back inside of your Kosatka if you have your spawn location set to the Kosatka. And because Cayo Perico is over towards the city, it spawns you right in the city. So this solves you the trouble of having to fast travel back over to the city, and it solves you the trouble of leaving the island to begin with. It's way faster, and it's just a big, huge help for anybody that might not be taking advantage of it. Now that we have finished the Gather Intel mission, we move over to approach vehicles. We have a lot of options in front of us: the Kosatka, Alkanost, Velium, Patrol Boat, and Longfin. You should only ever be picking the Longfin. The second best is the sub approach, but the missions take a lot longer to complete than I would ideally like them to, and it's just way better to traverse around the map with the long fin. So you should only ever be picking the long fin. It is the best approach by far. Owning a Phantom Wedge for the long fin mission is going to save you time, because all you need to do is scroll until you see Phantom Wedge in your interaction menu, instead of having to make your way all the way over to some of the specified locations to steal a Phantom. However, it really doesn't matter what type of truck you use as long as it can pick up the cab. And the major reason why is very simple. All you're going to do is back your semi-truck into the cab, grab it, then get right out of this area. So as we can see, I have a 3-star wanted level while backing my way in here. You're always going to get one. Just make sure that you're quick in and out. Sometimes it's good to have snacks, but all you want to do is grab the trailer, and there you go. So now, once you've made it a decent distance away, although this is the one problem with this location, you get stuck on little concrete barricades. But as I said, once you've made your way a decent area away from where the cops are and everything, all you want to do is park your Phantom Wedge. Then, get out of it and pull out any type of explosive. So let's say, for example, we got a homing launcher. Well, yeet. Now, you might be saying, why did you just kill yourself? Well, it's very simple. If you kill yourself, you lose cops. And that's why it doesn't matter what vehicle you use, because you're not going to have to deal with cops. You're not going to have to waste your time trying to lose them. Simply blow yourself up. It's going to take literally 5 seconds. Hop back into your truck cab and make your way over to the location. You can see just how much easier this is to do than obviously fighting the cops all the way down there and then having to lose them. After dropping off this trailer, once again, make sure you have your spawn location set to the Kosatka, because all you simply need to do is find new session, go to an invite-only lobby, and it is going to spawn you right back inside the Kosatka. Now, these are the only 2 things that you are able to fast travel into your Kosatka with. The other missions, unfortunately, involve you actually carrying a physical object to your submarine, and because of that, you're not able to fast travel once you've picked it up. It's just a little annoying, but still very, very easy to do. The first prep we are going to be starting with is the plasma cutter. And the very simple tip I have here is you don't actually need to move from where you walk inside the building. As we can see, the board where I need to take a picture is right on the wall there. So all you need to do is zoom in, and boom, send the Pavel. And the other board over here, all you need to do is walk a little bit over here and just take a picture of that board as well, which will be on the wall. And it's that simple. You don't even need to move out of the building to take a picture of it. So just like that, we're already done. Now we need to go get out whatever aircraft or vehicle we're going to use and wait for Pavel to contact us. Once Pavel has given you the location of the plasma cutter, I would recommend to call out an armored Kuruma. And the reason is very simple. You're going to have to kill a bunch of guys, and it's just really easy to pull out something like the armored Kuruma. You don't even need to kill these guys, honestly. All you need to do is pick up the plasma cutter with your Kuruma. A bunch of cars are going to spawn on you, which really doesn't matter. Because calling in either a buzzard or a sparrow does not really take up any of your abilities, I'm just going to call in a buzzard very quickly. And we can see I'm just going to have to kill the guys in the car very quickly. There you go. Takes just a couple seconds, and I'm going to hop into the buzzard. And just like that, we can fly over to our Kosatka. This makes the plasma cutter mission a lot easier, and it just saves a bunch of time when doing it. Normally you'll see people pull out their oppressor and just try to squeeze in there and fly back out. However, I think that wastes a lot of time. If you are pretty far away from your sub, like we can see I am here, all you need to do is go over to Service Vehicles, scroll over to Kosatka, and press request Kosatka. Then just look away from where it's going to spawn, and as we can see, it has spawned directly behind me, and it's just going to pop out of the water. It's way easier than flying all the way over there. It saves a lot of time, so definitely some big advice I can give you there. The cutting torch mission is honestly incredibly easy. All you need to do is grab a hard hat. You can see that we have one right in front of us here. Simply put on the hard hat, and congratulations, you are now invincible. As long as you don't bump into any of the guards, because then they'll randomly start shooting you, you can run past all of them, no issues whatsoever. You just need to check each one of the little toolboxes to see if there is a cutting torch inside. Even after you grab the cutting torch, these guards do not care, and yeah, it's really just that simple. So we can see I found the cutting torch, and now I'm going to grab it. No guards are going to care about me. And I'm simply going to jump off the edge of the building here, and we can leave. So once again, this is a very easy mission to complete. Next mission we arrive to is the final one, weapon loadout. Now honestly, it doesn't really matter which weapon loadout you choose, but I personally went for crack shot. However, it doesn't matter, because as you'll notice at the bottom of my screen, it says go to the Merryweather headquarters. If you see this pop up, do not leave your sub, simply go to online, find a new session, invite only. That's all you have to do. Don't go out, don't blow up the helicopter. There's people out there that are like, oh, I just blow up the helicopter. But why? Just go into a new lobby. It takes literally 2 seconds. And there you go. We're now in a new lobby. And we can run back upstairs to our sub, and we can start the mission again. You might get Merryweather HQ again. It's very unfortunate, but there's probably about a 50-50 chance whether you get Merryweather or you get any type of building like the Penrith building, the Schlongberg Sachs. So really all you got to do is just keep doing this over and over. So we're going to try it again here. Weapon loadout, crack shot, and there you go. We got Merryweather. So once again, we're going to go to online, find a new session. You might say, okay, why would I do this though? Isn't this wasting time? Wouldn't it be faster just to do the Merryweather mission? And you'd think that. And I thought that too. But no, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes on average, usually closer to 10 minutes to do the Merryweather mission, just because you're following a helicopter that flies at about 50 miles an hour across the entire map all the way over to Sandy Shores. Then you have to go inside of an Avenger, grab the stuff, and then go all the way back. It's just such a waste of time, when so far I've only spent about a minute and a half trying to get a different mission here, and as we can see, third attempt was the charm. We were able to get the Schlongberg Sack Center. So now all I need to do is head to the back of my submarine, grab our Sparrow, and yeah, this is just going to be way faster than if we did Merryweather HQ. When clearing out the room of guards, I personally always recommend to use the Stone Hatchet. Why? Well, you're going to see why. I'm just going to run right up to this guy here, and I'm going to kill him. And when I kill him, you can see now I have the Rampage ability activated. And with the Rampage ability activated, it is physically impossible for me to die. It just makes completing these missions really, really easy. And once you pull out any gun, you are going to lose the ability, but it doesn't really matter. As you can see, I've already cleared out the entire area, so we just need to finish the little hacks here and we're done. Just as advice, always enter the compound through the drainage tunnel. And the reason why is just because it's way faster and easier than any other way to enter the compound. It takes a lot less effort and time. Now we are going to start off by grabbing secondary targets. Why? Well, it's very simple. You see, Rockstar has changed the way guards work in this heist. Essentially, if guards see a dead body, you are going to get alerted, and El Rubio is going to start sending all of his guards after you. This is an absolute pain. Nobody wants to deal with that. Because of this, it is always better to grab your secondary targets first, because if you were to go to the compound first, on your way out of the compound to go grab the secondary targets, if you kill any guards, you're going to be screwed, because when you go past the checkpoint, El Rubio's helicopter is going to spot those dead guards and somehow instantly be alerted to where you are. Because of that, always grab secondary targets first. And when you grab secondary targets, just go to the hangar. This is the advice I give everybody. The hangar and the spawn location across from the hangar always has 3 spawns. And sure, you might not always get coke if you go to the hangar, but it is so much more efficient just going over here. As you can see, this is why I like Crackshot, because I pull out the sniper and I bonk that guy right in the head. Nobody can see me, nobody can hear me. Very, very easy stuff. So now we are just going to make our way inside of the hangar, and we're going to grab secondary targets. In fact, it looks like we did get pretty lucky, and we have coke and cash. So all we're going to do now is unlock this gate here. This is why you always want to get the cutting torch, just so you don't alert anybody. And we're going to start off by grabbing this coke. We're going to check up above as well and see if there is any coke there. I doubt it, but hey, maybe. So now that we are in the top level, we can see, unfortunately, we only have cash. But that's not a problem at all. We have 2 cash spawns, which means that we don't even need to go anywhere else. We can just grab the cash from upstairs and downstairs, and we should be able to completely fill our bag. This is why going to the hangar is so nice, because it does have 4 spawns. It is very easy to get your entire bag full just in the hangar, rather than having to go to different locations. And as I said, if you do get unlucky, and maybe one of the spawns in the hangar doesn't have enough, or it's only cash, you can also just run right across over there, and there's another spawn past that little wall. It is a little bit challenging. You're going to have to make sure you clear some of the guards and get the camera taken out, but no guards are going to walk over there, so you're not going to have to worry about being detected. If at any moment a guard on a motorcycle or a truck drives past a dead body you've left on the road, it is going to alert El Rubio, and you're going to be attacked. So as we can see, I have $400,000 of secondary targets in my loot, and now all we're going to do is make our way over to the main compound, and this is obviously really easy to do. We're just going to run back over to the boat, head over to the drainage tunnel. You can see how simple and easy this is to just go to the hangar. Yes, it might take you a little bit longer to do the hangar than it would to go over to main dock and grab the targets, but it is so much safer that there's really no excuse to why you shouldn't go to the hangar. So now we are finally in El Rubio's compound, and this is where it is very simple. Pay attention to what I do. You can obviously rewind if you get a little confused, but we're just going to run along this fence here. We're going to take a turn, and then we're going to take another turn here, jump over the fence, and congratulations, we've made it to his main compound without having to kill a single guard. You want to kill as little guards as possible. As I mentioned before, the more guards you kill, the more of a chance that one of them is going to be alerted by a dead body. The only guard you need to kill is this one up the stairs here. Just grab your gun, bop him in the face with the pistol, and congrats, you are done. I think it's just easier to do the hacks upstairs than it is to grab the keys and go down. We're going to grab the secondary target here, and how much is that? 40,000. Nothing crazy, but still pretty easy. So now we are going to do the hacks and make our way into the basement. And there we go. We now have grabbed our primary target. Because we didn't enter through the secret area, we're just going to leave right through the top of the compound. And it's pretty easy to escape. We can see the Juggernaut, and there's a lot of other guys around us here, but that's not really much of a problem. All we're going to do is jump right over to the railing like so. You can see it's pretty easy. Nobody sees you. And now we are going to continue making our way through. Just squeeze past the little gap in the guards, and nobody's going to see you. Boom, leave. There you go. That is how easy it is to leave the compound. We had to kill one guard. That was it. I mean, I don't think I need to say much else on how easy it is to do the Cayo Perico heist. The final thing that is involved for today's video is escaping the island. And this is honestly the easiest part. Literally all we have to do to escape the island is grab a single motorcycle, which we can get from this guy right here. Thank you very much for the motorcycle. And now we are going to go on our merry way and leave. So even though we said we were going to take the airstrip out, all you're going to do is launch your motorcycle off the edge of this little rock here. You might take a little bit of damage, as you can see, but it doesn't really matter all too much. Just equip your rebreather, which you will have because you decided to enter through the drainage port. And after doing this, just follow this little crevasse right here. When you do this, you've already completed it. It is just that easy. So at the end of the day, the Cayo Perico heist is really the easiest way of making money in the game. I don't understand how people can say this is that challenging. I mean, we've already done it. We can see that we have escaped the island. Again, we just keep following this little ravine here. Once you've made it, probably for about another 10 or so seconds, things are going to disappear. Now, as we can see, a body has been found, so we're not going to get the elite challenge. But we were like literally 2 seconds from getting there before the body is found. You just need to make sure that if you kill that person to take their motorcycle, you get fast enough off the rock. You can also just run a little bit further down and kill the guy at the end of the road and take his motorcycle, and then the helicopter won't see that body. It really just depends on what you do. But either way, there you go. Heist passed. So let's see how much money we were able to take. We had a potential take of 4.5 or whatever. We actually took $1 million home. We also paid $100,000 to start it, so it's actually $900,000. We completed this in 9 minutes and 21 seconds. 0 hacks, failed, and full loot bags. There you go. We actually did get the elite challenge. Pretty dang sweet. So there you go. $1,050,000 in total. So we made $950,000 for about 40 minutes of work, start to finish. That's kind of crazy, and I don't think there really is much else to say about the Cayo Perico heist. It is easily the best way of making money in the game. Hopefully these tips and tricks helped you out, and if they did, please consider giving the channel a subscribe, because I obviously post a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, a lot of guides, and content to help you out as the viewer. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.